Hi all. This video is just a little shorty about cameras, about video cameras that I'm using in my workshop. And I've done a video before about that, and I've talked about my cameras and my fittings and my, various tripods and holders, etc. But I've got the DJI Action 4 camera. It's a DJI Osmo Action 4 camera. That comes with a 1770 milliamp battery in it. And a friend of mine who's got a few more quid in bank than I have, he's been out and bought the latest one, which is the DJI Osmo Action 5. Now the Action 5 is identical in size. It's got a slightly bigger viewing screen on the back, and it's got a few more features. It wouldn't prompt me to want to upgrade because this is fine for what I do. But the battery in the new Osmo Action 5 is 1950 milliamp, so it's quite a bit bigger, like 180 milliamp more, and supposedly, possibly lasts longer. We don't know that. I watched a YouTube video of a guy who's a cameraman, and he does tons of reviews, and he reckoned by taking the Osmo Action 5 battery and putting it into this, which works quite fine, same size battery, but it's just a bigger amp hour output. So 1770 on this, 1950 on the Action 5. So I've been out and I've bought, or I haven't been out, I did it on eBay, a second hand actually, one Action 5 battery. Supposedly hardly used, no longer needed, blah blah blah. With 20 quid with postage, or £21 or something, so it wasn't expensive. And I think to buy from DJI they're only about £29 plus postage. So, but I bought it and I fully charged it, and I fully charged this, and I'm going to do some tests, and you'll see on a little video of how long this lasts with its original battery, which is brand new. I mean, it's not that old in this camera. I bought it recently from DJI. I didn't buy it second hand. So we'll do some tests and then we'll come back with results at the end and see where we are. Okay, so this is a test that I'm doing. Somebody on YouTube's already done this test, and apparently he's a cameraman, so he obviously knows what he's doing, probably more than I do. So what am I doing? This is a DJI Osmo Action 4 camera. The front camera's on, the viewing screen should I say, and the rear viewing screen's on. Now that is the standard battery in, and you can see what resolution I'm on, 1080p 30 frames per second, and it's run for what, 1422 there. So I'm gonna I fully charged that battery, and I've bought this additional battery, which is what's in the Osmo 5 Pro, which is a bigger battery. That's only a 1760 or 70 or something, and this is a 1950, so it's a higher capacity battery. And I bought this, and I bought it second hand, and it was £17.98. But I bought this one over buying a new one, because if you looked at new ones on eBay, they were all just Chinese made, and they didn't have DJI on there. And I saw this one second hand for £19.98 or something, plus £1.50 delivery. So I bought it, and it came today, as I say, specifically because it's got the DJI badge on, and it is a genuine DJI battery. Okay. So I put that in the camera and I've fully charged it. So I've got two fully charged batteries, and I'm now running that, and it's on video, and it's just pointing to the wall, and I'm just going to leave it until it runs out. When it runs out, if I don't catch what it says on here, I'll just take the memory card out and I'll download the films and I'll have a look at them and see the total video time that we got. You see the battery there, it's just down one. It's 18 minutes 22, so yeah, it's starting to use it. And then I'm going to put that one in, which is fully charged, and I'm going to see if there's any different. Now, the guy that I watched on YouTube that did it in the Action 4 using the two different batteries, he said there was very little difference and it wasn't worth bothering. It was only 2 or 3 minutes, I think it was. Wasn't many minutes different. And I thought, I don't know, that's something like 180 milliamp hour bigger. So you'd have thought it'd have gone a lot longer than that. I don't know. Now, he did have his on 4K, which chews more battery up, so probably this might go a bit longer. But we'll see. So that's the test that I'm doing. I'm not doing it specifically because I want to prove anything. The fact is, to me, I am, but I just fancied another battery for that, because many a time I'm in garage doing vlogging in garage on car or whatever, and the battery runs low and I have to plug a USB-C plug in the side to boost it from a power bank that I've got. And I just thought, how much better would it be if I could just take battery out and put a fresh one in? So that's why I've bought it, and it's cost me 20 quid. So yeah, it's not breaking the bank, and it'll be a nice addition. Okay, we'll see how that goes. On the smaller battery, we're at 47 minutes, and you can see on the top right hand corner here the battery life, which is showing less than half. But we'll just leave it until it knocks off and see where we get. Yeah. See, my other camera, which is a beautiful, absolutely stunning camera, which is that, which is the RX100 version 7, is a brilliant camera. However, the battery doesn't last more than 20 minutes if you're lucky. So whenever I use that in the garage, I've always got the power supply plugged in, a USB mini micro, that one. Whereas the new camera is USB-C. If it'll focus, yep. So yeah, I digressed a bit with that, but you know, I'm doing a camera comparison, and already, you know, that's done 2.5 times on half the battery of what that used to do on a full battery in 20 minutes. So I'm hopeful that I'm going to get over an hour out of that battery. I mean, according to the book, you're supposed to be able to get something like 1.5 or even 2 hours out of an Action 4, but I've got my doubts as to whether it'll reach that far. Very doubtful. And the battery is a new battery, because that camera's a new camera, which I bought from DJI direct, so it's not like the battery's had a lot of cycles on it. So let's see how we go, and then bang that one in and do the same again. Right, so my battery has gone to red at 74 minutes. And now we're in 15. So I should imagine it's going to go off soon. So I've got one camera looking at another camera here. So this is a Sony looking at that. So I wanted to capture it when it runs out, and it's at 81 minutes 48 there. Still a little red band in corner at battery life, so I'm expecting it to go soon. It's now showing battery life at 18%. It wasn't showing a percentage before. So an hour and 24. We've got 18% battery left. We're at 1 hour 35 there, 95 minutes. We're down to 4% left on the battery, and it's gone to a red outlined box now as that battery there. So I'm sure it's probably going to shut down anytime soon. But there you go, look. Saving files and powering off. So 1 hour, what would I say, 1 hour 40, did alright. Yeah, and it's very warm, very warm. So we'll change the battery out and we'll let that cool down. Well, I won't put the other battery in. I'll let the whole thing cool down and we'll do this test again. Exactly the same, pointing in exactly the same position, and we'll see what happens. Right, so I'm going to do exactly the same test now with the 1950 battery. That's the old one I've just taken out. The whole thing was quite warm, so I've let it cool, and I'm going to set that going now. Doing this test, I found something really strange that I don't quite understand, and I will explain at the end, and it's to do with this timer here, which I assume is telling me how much recording time I've got. There's something not right. As I say, I'll explain at the end of this test what I think is wrong, or what is wrong, and maybe you guys can tell me what the problem is. So we've been running for 41 minutes and the battery is there, not quite half down. We've got 66 minutes up on that and the battery is getting quite low. Right, I've just noticed it's just jumped onto the red line battery warning as such, and that's at 81 minutes. What did we have before? 98 minutes 50 seconds I got on that first battery, so that's going to go some yet if it's going to catch up to that. I think warning came on, were it at 15% or something like that, with the percentage sign showing, so I don't know, but that's 81.5 minutes. Okay, I'll keep my eye on it. It didn't look, it's just popped up 20%. So that's when it comes on at 20. I'm quite hopeful that that's going to read more than 98.5, but we'll see in a few minutes time. It'd be nice if it got over 100. Well, technically it should get up to like 110, but whether it will or not. Right, just coming up to 110. There we go. 110 minutes, 1% left. So I'm going to leave camera running, because it's going to shut down any time now, and we'll see what we get. 111 minutes. There we go. Saving files and powering off at 111 minutes. I'll tabulate all this and I'll come back in a bit. Well, that was interesting actually, because the guy that I watched reckoned there was only like 2 minutes difference between having the Action 5 battery in and the Action 4. Now, in his defence, he had 2 separate cameras. I haven't got 2, I've only got this one Osmo 4. and he had two Osmo 4s, and he put the bigger battery in one and the smaller battery in the other, and he did his tests, and he reckoned that there were about 2 minutes, something, 2.5 minutes difference between one shutting down and the other shutting down, being the bigger battery lasting longer. Now my results aren't showing that, but I've only got the one camera, so I've used one camera, one position, I haven't moved it. As you've seen, I've put the battery in and I've run it till it went flat and the camera switched off. By this time the camera's quite warm, so I left it for an hour to cool down, took the battery out, put the fully charged 1950 one in, the Osmo 5 one in, and did the same test again. And I've probably talked about as I've gone along the results and stuff, but I've got quite a bit different in results, so see if I can point at stuff as we go. So it ran with the bigger battery in for 111 minutes, and with the 1770 milliamp battery it ran for 98.5 minutes. Now 111 minutes is 1 hour 50 minutes or thereabouts, and this one was 1 hour and 38 minutes. So the bigger battery give me 11.5 minutes more recording time. That's what I got. So personally I think that's great, because the battery on that camera that I'm pointing at now, you there, lasts about 20 minutes, 25 if I'm lucky, and it goes flat. So 11.5 minutes in context is quite a long time, and it could mean the difference between you doing a certain film and losing a shot, and maybe not losing a shot because you've got your extra battery life. Now I didn't buy it for that reason. I just thought I need another battery for the camera, and by having another battery I might as well go for the bigger one for the same sort of money, and that's what I've done. I hope you found that interesting, guys. Give us a thumbs up, don't forget, please. But I hope you found that interesting, and I did. I think 11.5 minutes is worth it. Yeah, putting the other battery in. Thanks for watching. Hope you've got a DJI. They're a great camera. They come out a lot better on top, does the DJI, than the GoPro. The latest GoPro and the new Action 5 apparently leaps and bounds in front. They've got a lot of catching up to do of GoPro. I have got a GoPro Hero 5 Session that I had mounted on my motorbike helmet, and I can't knock it, it were great, although the battery didn't last long on it, and I did have a lot of issues using it, but it still works and I've still got it. Thanks for watching, guys. I had just a bit to add in. I kept talking as when I were going through the tests that I were doing. I kept talking about an issue and I'd discuss it at the end. There was no issue. The issue was me being an idiot, an old fart. What it was I downloaded the films of the memory card. I took it out onto my computer, and then when I looked at them, I looked at all the sizes of each film. There were 3 it recorded, because it does it in batches, doesn't it? It stitches them back together beautifully. But so I added the 3 up, and it didn't come to 1 hour, what did I say, 1 hour 38.50. It only came to 50 minutes, and I thought, I've got an issue here, there's something wrong, something badly wrong. Well, there was. Me, I was looking at bloody timestamp, wasn't I? What an idiot. Instead of looking at the film length in minutes, I was looking at the timestamp. So I'd got 1547, 1656 and 1726. That what time? So the one issue, just me. Okay, just thought I'd clear that up. See ya.